correct? Okay, so this is quality center or test director, whatever you say, right? And it has got requirement tab, test plan, test lab, and defects, right? Okay. So what usually we are doing this, we are using it at our project, even now, right? So let's say the project is this guy. Okay, project is delivery. I'll create a project here by going to requirement tab, here, new requirement. And I will write delivery and click OK. So you see the new project is created here. Okay. Under this project, I have to write, even if you have submodules, that's fine. If you don't have, then I have to add more test cases. So looking at this story, I may have only two test cases. One is the positive one, this one, and one is this another criteria, right? So I want to write test cases for delivery price, okay, on distance and delivery path. So I will add a test scenario here. A child, first I'll select this delivery main requirement. I'll create, sorry. I'll create, oh no, not like that. Yeah, it will be underneath that. I'll create underneath that one more requirement called delivery price for distance and delivery path. Okay. You see one more child. And the second one is error message. Okay. Error message on delivery path or delivery price. Okay. So I'll just write one more child requirement. Delivery price error message. Okay, that I'm just making it up, right? Two. So there are two child requirement. If you look at this, the beauty of this is that it will tell you these are not covered yet. What does mean not covered? Means you have not written a test plan. So test plan means test cases in quality center. Okay. So I go to test plan and same thing I'll do. I have this plus sign to create a folder and the folder name would be delivery same. The same folder name delivery, which is here. Under delivery, I'll again create these two things, right? So I would just go and copy this, go here, and if you click this new test, you'll paste this here, delivery price for distance and delivery path. Okay. As soon as you create this, you will see M means manual test, and you will see on the right side, there are tabs. The first thing is description. In the details, you have description. Okay. So basically in description, you don't have to write something from your own. You will collect everything from the requirement here and copy, and you are going to paste it here. That you know what you are doing. That's a details description. The only thing new, the only thing different you have to do here is to write the design steps. As a manual tester, you should know step by step how to test. So first thing is delivery price is 10 when the distance in the $10. So the first, when you go to design step, you have step name, description, and expected result. Every tester knows expected result, right? So I will add the first step, and the first step will be like go to delivery page, for instance, right? Whatever is delivery home page, okay? Home page opens. That would be go to something URL. I don't have a URL right now, okay? And that page opens. The second thing is select the radio button, now I have to be very specific here. Looking at the UI, I've given a mock-up here in the user story. So select less than 10 kilometer radio button, okay, and click go. Okay, what is the expected result? Delivery price text box displays $10. Step 2 is done. Now, second expect 25 in distance more than 10 kilometer. Then what you will do? Add again. Select greater than 10 kilometer radio button and click go. Delivery price text box displays $25. Okay, now steps are not sorted. You can sort, drag and drop if you want, second and third. I just dragged up. Now come to third step. Now add one more. Expect $20 when distance is under 10 kilometers and has states. So select less than 10 kilometer radio button and select and check. What is that? Stairs checkbox. Stairs checkbox and click go button. Delivery price text box displays how much? $20. Okay, fourth step is done. Now the fifth step. Delivery price 35 when distance greater than 10 and states. Now I'll do a very good technique. I'll copy step 4 and paste here. Paste. I got the same one, step 4. I'll go and change it to step 5. Change it to greater than 10. Change it to 35. Now the fifth step, right? 6 is if you select weekend. So I'll write check weekend checkbox and click go button. Delivery price displays $50. Now this test case is done, right? 6 steps is done. Okay, now one more test case I need to add, which is error message. If you don't select anything and there is error message, okay? I'm just not writing this test for now. Now I go to, these 2 is done, okay? If I want, I can definitely attach the screenshot which is here, okay? That user know how that will be looked. I can do that. I can attach the screenshot from here, but right now I'm not doing it. Now let's say I've written this test case and developer is writing code and tomorrow he said code is ready. Now I go to test lab. In lab I will execute. So see, in quality center or in ALM, you don't execute exactly the website here. The website is executed on your environment, right? On your website, on your browser, in your browser. But in test lab, you will create a folder. Folder name is delivery. And that is your folder. And in this folder, you will again add the test set. Test set means all the tests related to delivery. You will write delivery test, right? And then once you add this, it on the right side, it will say which test plan you want to pick. So test plan you have already written, which is delivery. Here, you select this. You can select one, or you can select this folder and move it here. And it says you want to move all the tests, say yes. Right now we have only one test, which is this, right? So it says manual test is here. It has not been run yet. If you go to requirement, it says not covered. We'll fix that issue in a bit, right? But now it is covered because it has been added to test plan and it has been added to test lab. Once it is added to test plan, it means it is covered now. And now when developer says ready, I will run it. So I'll click the run button here and see it says, oh, as the user, every story is coming here, all the story. But I have to execute the test steps. When I click run button, I come to here and now I click execute step. I have all the steps, you see, description, expected result, and actual result is empty. So it says go to delivery homepage. On my website, I will go somewhere here, right? Let's say deliveryAA.com, something like that, right? Which is not here, something. So let's say the page opens, right? When the page opens, I'm not showing it, there's no page. But let's say I open a page and there is a page here. And let's say this page opens. What I will do? Okay, this is pass. I'll say, okay, actual is as expected. Change it to pass. The first step is pass. Now go to second step. You see it's green. Second step says select less than 10 kilometer radio button and click go button. Delivery price box is $10. So I'll go and select this, click this. I see 10. I said as expected. Let's say pass this test. Go third. I will execute same greater than 10. I see this. I say okay, pass this. Okay, the fourth I'll do. I'll run on that thing. Pass this. The fifth is select greater than 10 kilometer and check states checkbox and go button and $35. Let's say I select this states and go. I see $50. What I'm expecting? 35, see 50. I will go and write delivery price text box displays 50. Or if it displays null, blank, then you can write null. Now I'll fail this test step. Once I fail this test step, I will say, okay, I will not run another test. Okay, I can run that if I want. I can run because that is not linked to that. Let's say select weekend, maybe it is pass. So that's fine. I can even do that. But the thing is, when I fail one step, the whole test case is failed. When I click stop, end of run, you will see it's just failed. When it is failed, I will not execute again until my developer said it is fixed, and then you can execute. So I will just go and pass again everything and execute on the browser if I see everything okay. Otherwise, it is failed. So there are maybe other tests which are passed. This test is failed. When this test is failed, one thing I can do here, if I go here and I say this is failed, I can add a defect from here as well. When I click add a defect, it's give me the test name and everything. But the easiest thing is that, let's say when you are running this test, run again. When you run again, all previous steps are gone, right? Execute step, let's say pass, 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 pass. And let's say this one is failed. And the fail is because delivery. Yeah, you can see when you run again, the previous result is gone. You don't worry about that. Yeah, because if you have opened a defect, defect is there. But when you're running again, it means you don't care about the previous result, right? It's something that you fix your car. Okay, now it is fixed and you have previous report. You run your car, it's gone. You run again, that previous report is gone. Your blood now your blood count is normal. Your report is normal. Do you keep your previous report? You don't care, right? My latest report. You get a new statement, bank statement. Your previous statement is not. You don't keep it, right? This is kind of thing you don't worry of the result. So this is delivery price is displays blank. Okay, let's say this is a defect. Sorry, I have to open a defect here, right? So execute, pass, and then fail, and then pass, right? Then pass. So fail, I will write text box displays null. I can add defect from here as well. As soon as I click add defect, the beauty is that in this description it says this tab, select greater than 10, radio button, check stairs and go button, delivery price, display 35, and all the content automatically show up here. I don't have to write up. Otherwise, you have to write your own words. That's also fine. So I can add a defect. I can write delivery price text box displays null when or on some selection. So why do I write? Because it's written here, right? And then I say, okay, is it detected by QA? You can have a name as well. Oh, sorry, the QA name is, let's say, Scott. You will see your name in the drop down. Now there are some technical things here which I will explain you in every class. But one thing is like release number. So if you are saying this is our third release or second release, then you get a number, or this is our second release. So this is for second release. We are heading towards second release and I find a defect. You can just select this. Severity is high or low. How severe is your defect? So I would say it's a major defect. It's not very fatal or showstopper. Showstopper means you cannot do anything, right? It's not like that. You can at least do other options, but one of the step is failed. It's not a showstopper, but it's a major thing. Okay, I don't worry about the customer. Whoever the customer, you can select versions is not a problem. Priority means, is it like high priority to fix or low priority? So if you are releasing it very soon, you can say it's a high priority. Otherwise, you can say low priority. That's fine. Can you reproduce it? Yes. I tried 3 times. I can reproduce. Yes. Otherwise, if you try again and you cannot reproduce, you can say no. But I don't know where defect is gone. I can reproduce it, but I cannot reproduce it. Build number. So that will be given to you. Every build you will get, or this build, whether it's a web application or mobile app, you'll get the build number. Like it says, oh, that build number is 599. The number. Next is 600. Something fix will happen 601, 2, 3, 4 onwards.
If we don't know the build number,
you can ask developer.
Okay.
But you can also, there will be a technique to check the build number.
Okay.
So you can check the build number as well. So like if I tell you the build number of this Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go and let's say go to about Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
okay.
This is the version, and last 925 is the build number. Sometimes they say you a build number, exact build number, right? They tell you. So that's fine. You go and then submit. Assign to, let's say John is your developer. You can assign. Today you modified it. You're writing today. Project name is whatever. Now status is very important thing. Status is new because you're opening a new defect. Okay. But when developers start working on it, you will mark it open. And when you run it again and it is fixed, you mark it fixed. You see in the drop down, all these options are there. What is that? Close, fixed, new, open, rejected. Rejected when developers say, no, it's not a defect. He can reject it. So I'll say new and I submit. Once I submit, I close the screen, stop the end run. You see fail and you go in defect. In defect, you will see the link defect number here. If you don't see, because this is new, You assigned to who?
John.
Yeah, so you have to find out assigned to John. It's Paul, right?
Mm.
Now you see there are a lot of assigned to John and status is new. Filtering out. Did I mark fixed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. That's really wrong. Fixed. So I have to change it. I'll go and mark it open now. So it got open. This is open. Now let's say developer say, oh, it's got fixed. So you will go in test lab, run again, execute. And let's say you run again and everything is passed. You say stop run. It is passed. You go to defects. You open again defects. You will say it is fixed and it is now closed. And then you will go and attach the screenshot of the fixed thing. Let's say this is a screenshot. I'm not sure. This is a screenshot. Attach. And you say, okay, now it got closed. So now you search for closed defects. You see all the closed defects are here. That's a defect life cycle. I'll go you an image of defect life cycle. You can see here defect. So you knew, then you open it. Okay, it got fixed. You retest and you close. Or if it is fixed, you retest. It is not fixed, you will reopen it. Okay, new developer can reject right away. It's not defect. Open, you open a defect. Developer say it cannot be fixed soon. You deferred it. Postpone it for some time. So this is a defect life cycle. If you Google defect life cycle, you'll get this picture, right? Or you get this picture. Any picture is fine. New, assigned, open, fixed. Right? It depends what tool you are using. We are using Quality Center to write defects. So this is the Quality Center. Now, in the requirement tab, you see it's still not covered because in the test plan, you have to go in the requirement coverage here. In the requirement coverage, you have to select requirement from the requirement, and this is your requirement delivery price for this, and you have to add it here, and you can refresh this again. When you go to requirement and you refresh this, you see now it is passed.
Can we, for example, delivery price, yeah, the error one also, can we go and cover it right?
Yeah, so if I go to test plan and write test case, one more test case, let's say add a test case. So what is that? Error message on delivery. And let's say I wrote this test, right? I go in requirement coverage and I add, select in the delivery error message one, right? Now it is added, but it has not been executed. If you go there and you refresh here, see no run. So you know, oh, 2 tests, there will be like 50 tests. 45 are pass, 3 are not run, 2 are fail. That will tell you, this dashboard will tell you what is the status of your testing, right? Covered, see, this is the role of QA to cover the requirement, to cover the story. This is the story. You have to make sure you don't even skip one test, one expect. If you skip one option here, or I did not test states, or I did not test weekend, it means this will be definitely a defect when you see in production. And that has happened. In reality, I've seen people when they skip the test or they ignore it, that, okay, I think we tested 10 times. It should be okay in new build. That new build is crap. So always remember, whenever you are testing, first thing is test all things. All things means don't leave the page unturned. You have heard that, right? Don't leave the page unturned. Don't leave the test untested. So that is the beauty, the role, the job of QA is to cover the requirement. Okay, let's say if you build a house and you say, oh, when your inspector comes, you get the inspection report, yeah, right? The house, when you're buying a house. So that inspector report tells everything is okay. If you skip one thing and you find later, he said, what is that inspection for, right? He didn't check the roof. He checked the foundation. That report means everything is okay. Now you can move in. You can go ahead and go buy it. Similarly, when you are saying all tests are passed, they're relying on you. There's no defects. It's a go,